I worked on set with Shannon Doherty, and here's the tea. As we know, she's received a cancer diagnosis. She's incredibly sick, and of course, that is so horrific, sad, and unfortunate. But I kind of feel like she's using it as a pity me train for combating things that people have said about her actual behavior in the past. Really short story time, so buckle up. Alyssa Milano was on Charmed with Shannon Doherty, said that she got Shannon fired for a toxic work environment. She said she had a lot of trauma on set. Shannon has been arguing these accusations for years, making her out to be a liar and a bad guy. And she's still going on about it.
At this point in my life, with my health diagnosis, I'm sorry if I start crying, with fighting horrific disease every day of my life, it is also incredibly important to me that the truth actually be told, as opposed to the narrative that others have put out there for me. We told it together, we told our truth, and we are standing by our truths. There is no revisionist history happening in the truth that I know we told. There is no brush flinging or shoe flinging. There is no lateness to set. There is no mediator for months on end. I recall the facts as if I were still living in them. And what I will say is what somebody else may call drama is an actual trauma for me.
So here's my tea. In 2004, there was a show on Fox called North Shore, and it was filmed in Oahu, Hawaii, where I lived at the time. I was 18 years old. Shannon was the main character on this show, pretty much. I was on set as an extra every single day. It was pretty cool as an 18-year-old because I just got to wear a bikini and eat and chill on the beach, and I got paid. It was awesome. Plus, this was right by my house. This is Ko'olina. It was a failed series. It wasn't that great. I'm going to be honest. Shannon would flick off the camera guys all the time. Just screaming the F-bomb constantly on set. Chaotic is the word I would use. Unhinged. Yeah, I would say that. The producers and camera people and her on-set co-stars were not laughing and joking with her. She was just doing this. This is what I saw as an 18-year-old on set, just witnessing it, right? So then one day, we weren't filming on the beach anymore. We were filming inside of a warehouse, which was made to look like a hotel. She starts to make direct eye contact with me because we're in close proximity now, because we're inside of a warehouse. It's not like I could just go on the beach and get away from all the situation. She just started staring at me from across the room, and so I stared at her back. It almost felt like she was trying to be like a tiger in the woods, like making direct eye contact to, I don't know, make her prey scared or something. I don't know what was going on, but I stared at her right back. I was 18 years old, and I was thinking, fuck this girl. She thinks she's a star of the show, and she's gonna try to passive-aggressively bully me like this? No. So she just maintained eye contact, and I maintained eye contact back. Then she went harder and was like, really trying to intimidate me, and then I tried to do it right back to her. I mean, like, what does she think this is? I was thinking maybe she's jealous, but why would she be jealous of me at the time? Even though I was beautiful, it's just, I mean, she's the star of the show. I'm an extra. Why the fuck is she even looking at me? Because I didn't release my eye contact at any point, she got up while still making eye contact with me and walked over to the director of the show. She starts talking to him. Next thing I know is a PA comes over to me and is like, hey, we don't need you on set anymore. I was like, what? Yeah, you can go home now. So basically, she fired me because I wouldn't relinquish my, I don't know, staring contest with her. I don't know. She got me fired because of that. By the way, is this Jason Momoa? Oh my God, it is. I was on set with Jason Momoa and didn't even know it until right now. That's hilarious. What? It was before he was famous, obviously. But anyway, this little press tour that she's having to keep smearing Alyssa Milano and saying she's a liar. I mean, I kind of think it's weird to bring up stuff that happened 30 years ago and still be crying about it now and saying that you didn't do it when so many people say that you are like this, including just a random little extra that was on set with you that you got fired after she wouldn't relinquish control. Like, are you serious? Alyssa Milano said that it was traumatizing to work on set with Shannon Doherty, and she gave an ultimatum for Shannon to be fired. Alyssa actually threatened to sue for a hostile workplace environment. Wanted Shannon off the show because it was traumatic on set. Also, a lot of the marketing was revolved around Shannon Doherty because she kind of did make herself to be the center of the universe every single time she was on set, from what I noticed. She said she was most sad for the fans, that the show meant so much to many people and it was tarnished by toxicity that still to this day, almost a quarter of a century later, is still happening. This was a couple years back. But I believe her. Why would she do this otherwise? I know my experience with Shannon Doherty, and I wasn't even a co-star. I wasn't even shit on set, and she still treated me that way. She literally got me fired because I wouldn't succumb to her bullying. So yeah, I believe her. Shannon needs to let this go and sit down.